good beauty and brilliance, beautiful beacons of light. This is Wendy again with Languages of Lights. And thank you again for joining me on this amazing journey. As I take my walk today, it's been a few days since I've been able to get out here. It's been very, very cold here up in the Midwest. Today it's actually a balmy 18 degrees Fahrenheit, which I believe is about minus 7.7 degrees Celsius for those of you in the other parts of the world. The ground is hard, solid here in the farm field. The snow is so bright it's blinding. I actually prefer not to wear sunglasses most of the time if I can avoid it, to absorb the light codes and the messages and the colors so that they're not filtered by glasses and sunglasses. Understanding the importance of integrating these light codes into our bodies, our light bodies, our mind, spirit. And when you're angry or confused and not sure about a situation, one of the best things you can do is just come outside. And I've got all my layers on today. I'm actually really hot, especially walking around. And my fingers and toes start to get a little cold, but really I'm very, very comfortable. So if you're prepared, even if it's just for a short time, it's really important. Just as our animals need to get out and move and roam every day and explore, that's their meditation. So the first things we can do to assist ourselves in the simplest ways that we fail over and over again to understand the power behind is the simplicity of the messages in nature. Yet the profound information that's gathered. And that reminds me of one of the questions about shamanism. And a shaman understands. I know that even though we perceive these crows as having their own little conversation, which I'm sure that they are, yet I know their presence here with me because they gather around me as soon as I start walking out here. I know their presence with me is a sign, a symbol. There's information. Information travels through light. Everything is energy. Energy is transmitted through light, through sound, through color, and everything emits a frequency. Frequency is the basis of all creation. So understand that you can tap into the frequency of anything. And once you become aware of that ability, you begin to understand what the shaman understand, that there's information carried in everything. And if you understand that everything was created from the one source light, then you understand that we are breathing, literally breathing light. We are breathing energy. We're breathing the information that's stored in the light codes in the ethers. For we all technically, everything in creation, not just we humans, but we technically, everything in creation are breathing the same etheric atmosphere. So it's not just a matter of being outside. Yes, it makes you feel better. It's the why. It's because of these light codes stored in the reflections, in the sky, in the clouds, in the sun, the earth, the air, the fire of the sun, the water crystals, the light. And once you begin to truly understand your significance, your connection, your part in the infinite matrix, you become to truly understand what it means to be one, what oneness means. Oneness means discovering your own unique light, yet understand that light is being fed from the one same source that feeds all things, in all worlds, all timelines. Nothing is hidden from us. It's just up to us to go looking for it. So we are constantly encouraged by our guides to explore these light codes, these images of sacred geometry that are, remember, created by you, by me, by us. What we see is our interpretation of vibration. That's why we create our own reality. We are literally moment by moment by moment, every macro moment, creating what we see before us by our frequency. This gives you power, this knowledge gives you power beyond really your wildest imagination. Everything is speaking the languages of lights. Everything. And we are not victims of our circumstance. We are creators of our circumstance. For us, by us, to deliver us the clarity of choice. Knowing that just as the crystal, we are unique, individual. You could not even imagine to count the number of light crystals. And each unique. And divine and perfect, like you. Carrying, storing, accessing all information. Your power lies in this quiet connection. And reminds us to know the feeling of knowing what that instinct feels like when it feels true for you, when what you know is true for you. By your desire and your creation. And even if it feels unsettling, uncomfortable, vulnerable, It is your creation for your expansion to decide what it is you do and do not prefer. For you create your own reality. And when you change your frequency and believe that you are connected, the crows will come to you, bringing you messages by way of vision, clarity, understanding, a new idea, a new way to think, a new way to feel about yourself and the world around you, how and why you create what you do. Even when you are unconsciously creating by vibration, you must ask yourself then, if I'm creating what I do not prefer, what is my core vibration? What do I have to believe in order to continue this creation? And what do I need to change in my beliefs in order to discontinue a creation I do not prefer? Thy will be done. And with that, we'll find a little spot to sit for the light language portion of this blessing, of this continued expression of creation to help us all navigate and maneuver this three-dimensional reality. To understand how our chakras, are connected to the earth chakras, which are connected to literally what we would consider the chakras of source. For that is where they began, these energy centers, these vortexes, for they are the portals for which you give and receive information to and from source. And this is where you are never connected, where you are not separated. Yet this illusion of oneness allows you to experience being separated simply for the sake of experience. Niso Miana. And we will return. With the message of light and unconditional love.